take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams.
Set to kick off.
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will make it into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Kareem Hunt's the ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Aaron Donald on the stop. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Locke working out of the gun. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
And the Bears first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down. Locke, left side complete to Lockett. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
First down, Bears.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need Something good to happen right here, right now.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On the run, this is Hunt. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to float this over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. The 30, 20, 10, for touchdown, Allen. 96 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 11, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. And that'll set them back 5. Here's Pollard. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now to the air. Rock. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Hunt. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Allen. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
Allen's pass.
Call it a gain of 3, and it'll be 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll let this go for the end zone. Runs up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And McManus had a little too much slice on it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Yeah, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled by Jordan Willis.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
Bears, first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the Rams' 49-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. third down. Locke. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
8-yard pickup.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
He's brought down at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 12 yards there and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Locke throwing the out route and complete. It's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
At the 16-yard line.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Trying to run forward with Pollard, but he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Jerome Baker.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tyler Lockett there to make the grab. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Allen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he completes it to Hunt. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. So the shotgun snap to Allen, and that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen, flush to his right. Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there. But now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Allen. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And 12 at the 23-yard line.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, block. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun. Locke. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Allen, flushed out right. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears will take over at their own 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the gun on third down, Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They give him a gain of 37. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football? Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we say,
and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard, 36 yards, and the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You can change your name, I like your respect. You're there more than when I get expected at the back. In fact,
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run again with Hunt, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
He was taken down.
The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. From the gun, Allen. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Allen escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Mooney. But he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
You talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Allen now. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. It's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darnell Mooney, 31 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
It's the game at 14. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
25-yard line.
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. 17 yards on the fake punt, and that's going to be a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Pollard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Clock now on 1st down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 30. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
At the 27-yard line.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Empire and you run into a tough crowd.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Pollard again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That second down play nets a -4.
You know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Locke. And he's got this down to the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
But remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Locke now on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Locke to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Ray Carter on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. You know.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Allen to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Kareem Hunt, his running back, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Allen. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
To his right, and now he's going to use his legs. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
To throw. Allen flushed out right. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Rams, 1st down.
So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, that's what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. It'll bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.